Right. This is a Victorian-era coffin. We found this in the Mississippi River. Now you may be thinking, this is for a child, right? No. This is for everybody. It's a one-size-fits-all coffin. And how would we do that? Well, if you were too tall, like sir, you're in France, right? Yeah. You're very tall. So we'd start with your knees and work our way down. But do not worry, because we all see Grant's face right now, right? Well, we'd still see his face right here, even after death, because that's all that matters. Well, we see that door that says private, keep out, stay out, right? Where's our wonderful sacrifice?
That's
all
you.
Right, hello. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye, Sophia.
All right this way. You guys can follow in behind her, don't worry. Sacrifice, you get the best seats. Find any available seat. I don't want to move my sister. Well, don't worry, you guys can be sacrificed together.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Two's better than one.
Exactly.
Oh my word.
That's sisterly love right there. Most people try to get rid of their sisters, so it can be the only child, but I like that. All right. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to the Perkins Sons Ship Chandlery. Now that everybody is seated, I want to tell you guys a couple more things about this chandlery. So, Tabby? Stop, I'll be right back, alright? Can you watch after that?
This is not good.
Good luck with him.
Sacrifice, Sophia. You better get up front. Bye, Sophia.
Who are you people?
Someone's here, I'm good.
Okay, it was a rhetorical question anyway. People aren't supposed to be back here in my warehouse. Did you see the signs on my door that said private, keep out, stay out? Ugh. People have no respect for nothing and nobody nowadays. And look at you here. Look around. What a pitiful looking lot you are. Pitiful. Most of you look like you've never worked a day in your life, especially you two right there, yeah. Not like that man in that picture. That's Henry Willink. Believe me, not a one of you in here would want to be in his shoes, and I'll tell you why. Because he's been dead about 140 years, that's why. Longer than I've been dead. But Henry Willink was a great shipbuilder here on the Savannah River, but he had a lot of tragedies in his life. Ladies, he was married 3 times. You know what happened to his wives? They all died. But after the war between the states, Henry's 2 sons returned home, and he thought certainly he would pass his shipbuilding legacy on to them. That all changed. In the early morning hours of May 1866, his son Alexander made his way to work down by the river, where he came upon some men trying to load heavy cargo on a ship. But it seems as though that load had bound the rope in the rigging high on the boom and it wouldn't move. So Alexander went over and he scaled that towering derrick, shimmied his way out on that boom, and he wrestled with it and wrestled with it. Would not move. He decided then he would come back down. As he slowly made his way down, his father Henry was standing on that dock looking up at his son, and just as he thought the boy made it to safety, that load shifted again. Whoa! What happened here? My goodness. You okay there? Yeah. Falling apart. It says broken. No, out of order. I guess it means it. All right, well, Alexander fell to the dock below, crushing his bones and cracking his skull. And that poor boy lay on his deathbed nearly 4 hours before he drifted off into eternity. Now when Savannahans hear those footsteps on the cobblestones and in these old warehouses at night, they know to step aside. They know it's Henry Willink, headed off to his shipyard in the middle of the night trying to... And his world, I thought I got rid of those bunch last night. Pardon me, I'll be right back. Hey, all of you get on from me. I told you to... What? My mother... Listen to me, my mother was a saint. Don't you ever say that again, you fool. Trust some people any further than I can throw them. That is the sound of the Sons of Liberty out there. You see, patriots were so angered over taxation without representation. Well, they formed the Sons of Liberty, but soon afterward protests broke out in the streets and squares, then up and down the riverfront. Patriots were so angered they tarred and feathered loyalists and burned King George in effigy. And that left the royal governor no choice but to close the port down, leaving the sailors with nothing to do but roam the streets all day and drink rum. Probably use a shot of it over there to calm down, wouldn't you? Yeah, after a long day of that rum drinking, though, when those fools had a crazy idea they would protest, he went and dragged a rickety cart over from somewhere, while another managed to produce a mask intended for the effigy. Everyone, if you will, say hello to my friend George, please. Thank you kindly. Then they built a gallows on that cart. They tacked a three-legged stool onto it, but the fun ain't over yet, no. With the promise of wine, women, and song, they coaxed a 12-year-old cabin boy up on that stool. They put a hangman's noose around his neck and shoved the mask over the boy's noggin, and then paraded him all up and down River Street to the delight of the sailors cheering him on. But by now, that old rum has worked its magic and they needed more, so they went up the bluff to Mac Henry's tavern. They left the boy outside struggling to get the mask off. He slipped off the stool and he slowly strangled to death. And because of the shenanigans of those Sons of Liberty, thank you. Dozens from that tavern passed by that boy and no one stopped to help him. The ghost of the American Revolution, they still haunt this city. Some say those sailors are doomed to relive that tragic night, but others say you hear the echo of sea shanties on Factor's Walk. But in the afterlife, a special place is reserved for those salty sailors, and that old devil, he ain't serving no rum, not a drop. I have work to do and have no idea how you all wandered in, but I'm sorry I ain't got time to babysit you or run you out, so I guess you just stay and watch me work. You pay attention over there, you two young folks, you're gonna learn something here. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, you see that lightning out that window and hear that thunder? Do you?
Yeah.
Good, because if you don't hear that thunder, you're deafer than I am, okay? That means there's a storm coming up out there. People, believe me, it ain't safe to be on the river nor the street this time of night with a storm coming in. No, strange things happen during these storms, but don't you worry. This old warehouse has survived much worse. You'll be safe in here. At least from the storm. I know, what do you folks say we just ride that storm out with one more story, shall we?
Yeah.
Good, because I was going to tell one anyway. Now, let me ask this of you. Who in here has ever slept the sleep of the dead, huh? You know the feeling. On a night like this, your body feels heavy and you can't move a muscle. Somehow you feel strangely calm, yet in the morning, you feel as if all the life's been drained from you. If you felt like this, you have been ridden by a hag. And the hag is a witch. Whoa. A hag is a witch who sustains her life by draining the life from you. Now, some say she rides your back and others say she straddles your chest, but it makes no difference. The results are the same either way. The local Geechee and Gullah have a special name for this kind of hag. They call it a boo hag. They even say these boo hags can change shapes. They say they can take on the shape of a cat or the mist coming down. There was a local man here named Clay. He worked that riverfront every day back during the Great Depression, but his work suffered from lack of sleep, and his wife had sleepless nights of her own because she knew he was hag-ridden and she told him so. But to make matters worse, she told him, I know the witch's name. Her name is Melinda Edmond. Oh, Clay looked at her and shook his old head and said, oh no, I do not believe in superstitions. That is until one morning when he went down to collect his team of horses, and there the stable master told him, when I got here this morning, all the mules and horses in there had night sweats, and they had knots and tangles in their manes. Clay heard that, froze in his track, because he knew the knots and tangles were called hag stirrups, and it meant there was indeed a hag witch in Savannah. So with this in his mind, he made his way over to Tin City, east of the city proper. There in that shanty town, he went to meet up with a conjure man that claimed he was able to commune with the spirits. because he'd been born with a veil over his face. He gave Clay some strange advice. He said to keep the witch away, lay a broom right across your door, tie a silver nickel around your wife's ankle, and sleep with that holy Bible under your pillow. Clay ignored all those but the last one, but he did not want to keep the witch away at all. He wanted to catch her. He took to sleeping with an axe handle. He and his wife were in bed on a night, and it was storming like this. When he heard something stirring in his room, he jumped out of bed with that axe handle, looked in the shadows, saw a cat creeping around in the darkness, grabbed the axe handle tight and got closer and closer. He finally got close enough, he swung. Hey! Woo! He said, whoa, where'd that cat go? There he is, there. No, get back here, cat. Come here to me. Woo! No, hey, there he goes. Out the window jumped the cat. Clay ran for the door. Out into the night, thundering and lightning everywhere. He looked for paw prints, but all he found was footprints leading to some bushes. He moved those bushes around, and there she was, the witch, Melinda Edlin. She was wearing nothing more than the good Lord brought her into this world with. That's right, y'all, she was naked. Woo! Believe me, a naked boo hag is ugly. Laugh, I think my second ex-wife may have been one too. Melinda was holding her sides and screaming and hollering and wallowing in the mud. Don't hit me no more. Don't hurt me. Please, I'll go away and leave you alone. Ugh. Clay, in a rare moment of chivalry, allowed Melinda to live, and she was true to her word. She left town forever. And after that, well, the horses, they stopped having night sweats, and most of us began to sleep well again. Yuck. I hate happy endings. Don't you? Yes, thank you. Now, I believe the storm has moved itself on. That's good. I have work to do. Why haven't you people moved yourselves on? Because you're beginning to look a little bit rapey.